Hi Capricorns, welcome to your November 2025 General Tarot reading. Thank you for being here with me at Birdsong Musings Tarot. My name is Coco and welcome. If you're new, I hope that you consider subscribing to the channel, sticking around, liking the reading, or dropping a comment if you connect with what is being said. And if you're not new here, welcome back. You will notice that we're trying out a new format. I'm just trying to see if the previous format was the best or if this one could be potentially better. So drop a comment if you feel like you prefer one or the other, and that'll help me out with my future readings. Now, as always, this is a general reading. It is not a private reading, so it's not going to connect with absolutely everybody out there all of the time. So if that's happening for you today, please do consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. If you don't know what those are, you can always go onto Google and type in free birth chart and put in your birth data, and you will have all of your signs spit out by a robot. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull your cards. You can always skip over this part if you feel like it's boring. And I'm just going to finish up clearing the energy, clearing the table for you. We're going to pull, of course, a full tarot spread. We're also going to pull 2 general energy cards for you. We're going to see what you're being asked to bring a bit more of into the month, and then at the end of the reading, we'll get 2 cards of advice for you. I'm going to pull everything at once except the advice cards, okay? So let's get into it. 9 of Cups, beautiful. I'm going to put that right there. That's feeling like a good sense of self-fulfillment, feeling like you are good emotionally, like there's a lot of contentment there. Let's see what challenges you might experience in the month. Okay. 8 of Wands. All right. One more on the challenges, please. For these Capricorns. Thank you. All right. Yeah. There's something about pace that's coming up as a challenge. We'll get more into it, of course, as we move into the reading. What is the opportunity here for these Capricorns in November? Thank you. What is the opportunity here for these Capricorns in the month of November? Beautiful. You got the Lovers card. Just going to take that. All right, the situation unfolding. Ace of Wands. Love to see an ace here. There's the 2 of Cups. Wow. Could be meeting somebody who's going to be a lover or like a best friend, reconnecting with somebody, or just having a really good month for your relationship, for your important relationships, but especially your romantic ones. Yeah, Page of Cups. Okay, cool. One more card here, please. And the month for these Capricorns, what's unfolding for them? Okay. Wow, Empress. That's crazy, because this is divine feminine energy. This is a divine partner, connecting with a divine partner. There's a huge opportunity for you in love. A lot of love cards. Okay, now let's see how you're being guided to show up. How are you guiding these Capricorns to act and behave? What is your advice for them on that front? Queen, wow, Queen and King of Swords, excuse me. Wow, okay. And at the end of the month here, okay, got the 6 of Swords. One more. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles. All right. We'll get your general energies really quick, and then we'll dive right in. What is the general theme, general energy that Capricorns experience across November? Building blocks, number 28. 2 plus 8 is 10. And so there might be like an ending of a chapter and the beginning of a beautiful new one that is showing up in the month. Okay, love to see it. You're building on a solid foundation. You've got happy, happy underneath. All right, we'll get one more card here. Just this one more to see what you're guided to bring a little bit more of into your life, what you're guided to embrace in this month. So you've got 2 cards here. The first is Moth, Mystery, Concealment, and Illusion. So you're asked to embrace this, embracing concealment, keeping things a little bit hidden. Not everything needs to be out in the open. Not everybody needs to know everything about you. You'll see this moth is like a master of camouflage. So concealing something, okay, keeping something close to your heart. You've also got the walking staff. This is support and encouragement. If you're somebody who studies the runes or works with runes, you see this is the rune of travel, of walking a different path. It can literally be that you are traveling or thinking about traveling in the month of November. But this is also just seeking support and encouragement from friends around you, from like-minded people, setting out on adventure, getting a sense of adventure in your life, just altogether feeling a little bit more encouraged, a little bit more supported. And so how can you bring that into your life a bit more in November? All right, gotta roll up my sleeves for this reading. No, I'm kidding. This is like a great, lovely, straightforward reading here that we've got. Building blocks tells me that I feel like you're in a reflective period where you are reassessing where in the past you may have felt like you've gone wrong with things, especially relationships. You've got this hanged man in your challenge. So I do feel like there is a sense of frustration that you can't get things going forward. You almost are being asked by the universe and by spirit or God or whatever higher power you believe in. They're asking you to slow down and be very intentional here with the way that you build up your foundation now. Because maybe in the past, you've done it in a slapshot way, no shade, so have I. But you're Capricorns, you're very grounded, you're very practical, and you take things slowly. And there's nothing wrong with that. You may feel like you're being almost rushed to do something. You may feel like the external things happening around you are pushing you to rush to do something. You just may feel pressured for some reason. And you're actually being told it's very important to be intentional here, keeping things under wraps, not really being so out there with your intentions, with what you're doing, with whatever you're building here, making sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, and also perhaps getting advice from people, support and encouragement from friends and family who have maybe done something similar before. I don't know if this is regarding a relationship, a home, a career. It can be anything and everything. So building blocks just tells me that you are embarking on something new and you really want it to last. You want it to be authentic to you, but you also want it to be something that's going to have longevity in your life. Like, you're not doing this just for shits and giggles. You're doing it because it really means a lot and you don't want to do it wrong. And you're showing up as the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you're really happy with the choices that you're making in the month. The Nine of Cups is somebody who feels very content emotionally. They feel very good by themselves. That's what I'm getting here. Like, you are really good by yourself. And I think with any relationship that you have the opportunity to pursue in the month, it's coming from a place where you feel like your cup is full. And it's really nice to see. You can see this person is like, I hope that you can see this image. This person is literally like sitting with a bunch of cups behind them. They feel like they've done a lot and they've done it all. And they might suffer a bit from like greed of being like, I know everything, like, because I've done it all and I have everything I want and I'm just going to sit here and enjoy myself. But like, I don't know. I feel like the Nine of Cups is a nice energy because it's like, I've worked really hard to get where I am emotionally and now I'm going to enjoy it. So you could feel like you are enjoying the comforts of life. You might be giving yourself little gifts across the month, indulging in things, going to the spa, buying yourself gifts, eating good food, just like doing that kind of thing. And I feel like, whatever, that's fine. Like, who cares? Life is hard. Like, you deserve to, have nice things and do nice things, right? You've got the Eight of Wands and the Hanged Man in your challenge energy. So yeah, there's some kind of pace thing that is frustrating to you in the month of November. You may feel like you're being a little held back by the circumstances of life. I feel like there's something about travel or just getting things moving on whatever goals that you have, whatever building blocks you're trying to, build upon, The Hanged Man is Pisces energy. And right now, Saturn is back in Pisces. It's moving direct, I think, in November back into Aries, but we're not there back into Aries until February. And so, like I've been saying, there's been some issues or just instances back from 2023, 2024, maybe the beginning of 2025 even, that are resurfacing here at the end of the year for us so that we can close them out, shut the door on them, and we can move on. But because Saturn is in Pisces, it's like this kind of ungrounded, confusing energy. And a lot of us feel it very heavily, especially right now because we're returning to it. It's this feeling of, I can't quite tell what's real and what's not. I want this, but I don't know how it actually looks. It's just this very kind of illusion energy. And it's interesting that you've got the moth encouraging you to be a little bit like illusory here, a little bit mysterious actually. So I feel like you may experience some hold up in your social life, hold up with work or with finances. And whatever the holdup is, it's asking you to get a new perspective to make sure that what you're doing is indeed what you need to be doing. And I hope that makes sense. It's so Saturn and Pisces to be like, well, I hope that makes sense, even though it might not. You just get the opportunity to make sure that what you're doing is indeed for your highest good. And if it's really the path that you're meant to be on, I think you get to reassess and really look at things a bit closely. Your opportunity in the month is the Lover's card. You have the opportunity to connect really deeply with somebody who you either meet or who is already in your life. Maybe reconnect with somebody. I do want to clarify this card, so bear with me while I do that. Yeah, we've got the Empress cut to the Lovers. That is not a coincidence. Okay, let's see what else there is to say about this Lover's card, please, just to clarify for these Capricorns in their opportunity with this Lover's card. Thank you. Okay, yeah, you've got the Two of Cups that just came out on top of the Two of Cups. So it's just a beautiful opportunity to have really deep, meaningful, authentic connection with either one person, or this could be many people in your life who you see as soulmates. But just a beautiful month to connect with people, especially meet somebody potentially. So keep your eye out for people who, are giving you the eyes. Maybe you can be a little bit more like bold and go out of your way if you're out with friends and you see somebody who you want to pursue. Or they'll pursue you. Okay. You've also got the Ace of Wands, of course, the Two of Cups, which we just touched upon in the situation unfolding across the month for you. So this is a relationship that could be very sexually fulfilling. The Ace of Wands is like that sexual energy, sexual tension. And the Ace of Wands speaks to a shocking, kind of like invigorating new beginning with somebody that has you feeling very good physically. And it's just like exciting. It's like butterflies in the stomach. It's fun. It's passionate. Okay. And the Page of Cups is here as well. So this person may be younger than you. You may have a child with this person already. So this could be somebody in your life, maybe your spouse or your partner, long-term partner. And you're just having like a reinvigoration of your relationship. The Page of Cups signifies that it might be your child, like bringing you two closer together. Or the Page of Cups is like just this romantic feeling, somebody coming up to you and being like, wow, you look so hot, you look so beautiful, like, can I have your number? It's that kind of vibe. And lastly, you've got the Empress. This is divine feminine energy. The Empress is very confident, sensual. She is somebody who may actually be pregnant, so you may be giving birth to a child and it like brings you closer to your spouse or your partner than ever before. You may be conceiving a child actually in the month of November. You may just be like reconnecting with somebody who you found really special, and maybe things just weren't working out in the past and now they're coming up to you and they're like, hey, I want to try things again, and it's just the right time. But the Empress does signify, along with the Lover's card, that this is a divine connection. I'm never going to say like concretely that somebody is who you are meant to be with for your entire life, But the Empress does signify that this person is extremely important and is potentially coming into your life as a long-term partner. I do want to clarify this Page of Cups here. Could you please clarify this Page of Cups for these Capricorns? Just a little bit more information here. My guides are like, what information? You have all the information. Okay, let's just see what comes out with this Page of Cups, please. The Eight of Pentacles. So it's not going to be without its fair share of hard work. It's not going to be without its fair share of commitment and dedication. And one of you may feel a little bit less into the whole commitment piece than the other. So the Page of Cups is somebody who is very good at falling in love, but they're not very good at the dedication piece, like the consistency piece. They're very good at saying how they feel, and they're quite in love with being in love, you know? So just be aware of that. Like Eight of Pentacles, there might be some need to balance that feeling of being in love with also showing up for the other, being reliable and dependable, and working on the relationship, maybe working on any emotional immaturity that might come up. Maybe one of you has not had as much experience in love as the other. You've also got the Queen and King of Swords in your encouragement and advice from your guides. So your guides are saying, communicate with this person. The Swords is intellect. And so the Swords are also how we communicate, how we say what we are thinking. So they want you to have open lines of communication with this person and all the people in your life, but especially anybody who you are in romantic connection with, who is your best friend, who is very important to you. You're both very smart. You're both very charming, I was just told. And you both have your own roles in your relationship. So there just needs to be like a mutual understanding of like, hey, this is what I expect from the relationship. This is what I'm seeking. This is what I'm looking for. And this is what I offer. And just having those open lines of communication with each other, making sure you're checking in and things like that. But you're both very strong. You both have like your own lives and your own personalities. And I feel like there's not any codependence here. When a queen and a king show up, it means that they're a good match. And it means that they both are like, yeah, very committed, but also they're both very strong in their own personhood and their own personalities. The end of the month brings a transition. It brings a shifting of energies. And the Six of Swords is a nice card because it means that you're shifting into a more calm period of life. It's a transition into calmer waters. You've got the Four of Pentacles here as well. So you may be feeling like you need to be a bit frugal into the end of November. I mean, it's the holiday season. I think everybody feels that way, you know? This feeling of, hey, I need to shift into really focusing on what it is that I want to build. I'm really locking in. I'm really trying to get into the nitty gritty. That's what this Four of Pentacles is saying with the Six of Swords. I'm shifting my perspective. I'm shifting my life, or my life is just being shifted naturally into this direction of saving money, of really thinking about what kind of life do I want to build? What are these building blocks? What do they mean to me? How can I open up new accounts, new savings accounts? Do I want to get a lease on a new home? You know, just really thinking practically about things. And the Four of Pentacles also speaks to trying to make sure that you have a life of security. So I feel like that's really in your scope, especially when it comes to this relationship as well. You're really looking for something secure, grounded, and that has longevity. So let's go ahead and get your advice cards, Capricorns. Whoa, okay. So I'm not going to take the card that just fell, but we are going to take this card. This is the Balance Karma card, past and present. You are encouraged to balance your karma. There is a reason for everything. Each life has many connections to previous lives. You came to balance your karma with others. Allow grief, anger, and guilt to be transformed into a force to fortify you and assist you in fulfilling your purpose of this lifetime. Okay, so you may actually have a karmic connection with this person coming into your life, this person in your life. There may be a chance to balance karma, to make up for something, or to have somebody else make up for something that was done to you in a past life. Now, we've also got one more card to pull here regarding your lesson or what you're encouraged to learn in this month of November. Okay. Whoa, a card just fell down. Okay. You've got number 23, the Keeper of Truth. I hope that you can see this card. I hope it's focusing. If it's not, then it's not, and I can't see from here. So let me read this message for you from the guidebook. No matter what you are facing right now and how it tempts you to look away, one thing is certain: your anxiety is lying to you. The thoughts and beliefs that come from our early unworthiness programming are false stories. The crippling fear that you are not enough, that it'll never happen for you, that you are somehow less than deserving of every good thing are all lies. It's time to unmask those false lies and seek proof of your inherent value and great worthiness. Not by listening to the old stories, but by telling new ones. Have a conversation with the moon. Listen to her encourage you to shine. Endeavor to hear the voice that speaks the truest and most beautiful tale of you, even when facing uncertainty or doubt. I hope this reading was helpful, and I hope that you can come back to it across the month of November. I will see you next time for the December general reading, where it is almost your birthday season. Okay, so I'll see you next time for that. Take care of yourself and have a lovely November.